Hello, welcome. This is Sports This Morning. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Austin Okonapan.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Tayo Salam.
Football fans and followers, lovers, everyone associated with football in Nigeria this morning is mourning because Nigeria's lost arguably one of the biggest sporting football exports. Coach Stephen Keshi is dead. What a sad, sad story.
Austin, absolutely tragic story, to wake up to this morning. And we're celebrating the passing of Pelé. Feels more like a celebration. I beg your pardon, Muhammad Ali. It feels more like a celebration, but this is just absolutely tragic. It feels like you're mourning, and it is actually mourning. It's a sad one. It's a very, very sad one, Austin, yeah. And, life has to go on, surely.
Yeah.
But I can imagine, like you said, he's an absolute Nigerian football legend, an icon,
right.
an hero. So, RIP to the big boss. Okay, moving on to the show now. Also, we're going to talk golf next. And it appears Tiger Woods is still in the woods because early this morning, he has confirmed that he will miss this year's U.S. Open as he continues to recover from a back surgery. The former world #1 has not played competitively since finishing joint 10th at the Wyndham Championship in August last year, after which he underwent 2 back operations in the space of 6 weeks. What do we say about Tiger Woods now? It looks like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's struggling big time to to come back, to playing at the top, and that's why, for me, I think if he's not physically, ready, to play golf at the top level again, he might just have to consider retirement.
I know, particularly for Tiger Woods, that is at the moment going through a lot, not just his golf. We need to understand that there are also personal issues that we're sure he's battling with that we don't know about. It's also affecting his play. That tells us that he's still in the woods. He needs to come out of it.
It is.
Golf is a game that you can play till you're 60,
Exactly.
70. I keep talking about Angel Jimenez, one of my best golfers. He's over 60 and he plays good golf. So Tiger has no reason for not coming back. Is it that he's saying he's coming back to major and then he's playing his ball into the ditch and he's not coming back into a game? It's really tough,
Yeah, Austin, I understand what you say. You can play till you're old in golf and all that. But then for a player like Tiger Woods, for everything he's achieved in the game, if he retires today, is going to remain a golfing legend.
Yeah,
so it's not going to take anything away. He's won 14 majors, only second behind Jack Nicklaus. So, Tiger Woods, all the best, now with your rehabilitation. Hopefully you can come back, and be a champion again.
Okay, let's go with the show now. Coach Stephen Keshi, as a player, won the African Cup of Nations. He led Nigeria to win that trophy at Tunisia 1994. He was a no-nonsense captain. No wonder they called him the big boss. He didn't stop there. As a coach, South Africa 2013, he led the country to win the African Cup of Nations title. The country waited for almost 15 years, and this man came, and then he did it for the country.
Yeah. That's it. That surely has to be his crowning moment as a professional. We said earlier, won the AFCON as a player and coach in '94, with Nigeria in Tunisia, and as a coach in South Africa in 2013. That's just a couple of years ago. And as a player as well, he actually went on to lead Nigeria to the World Cup second round as well, to the only Nigerians to achieve that, and that was in Brazil 2014. Austin, you were there. You saw how that team performed. And outside of Nigeria, again, it showed it's not what you call an indigenous coach or a local coach, because it was tested internationally as well. To went to Togo and led them and qualified them for the 2006 Germany World Cup. That for me was arguably one of his greatest achievements. Unfortunately, because of politics and going on in Togo, then he couldn't really lead the team to Germany. But you can't take that away from him. And as a player, 64 caps, for the country. Centre back, very imposing. He's got great presence as well too. And It's a massive loss for Nigerian football. Austin, there's not two ways about it.
No, Ty, I'm trying
massive
to look for words to describe Coach Stephen Keshi and what he has done for Nigerian football. A particular beautiful things.
That's his crowning moment right there.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
When the players touched down after winning I remember covering him when he was with Victor Moses when Calabar gets ready for a crucial AFCON qualifying game, and Moses run, and Victor Moses was just strolling, and he says, we should get some akpu for this guy so he can, but what a loss, disappointing,
massive,
sad,
tragic,
such a shame, tragic, Tayo. We'll be trying to speak to ex-internationals, his colleagues that played with him, and even people that worked with him, and even some current crop of the Super Eagles players that were with him in South Africa. Coach Stephen
That's
Keshi.
him right there,
Oh my goodness.
Being welcomed, after leading Nigeria to that very unlikely victory in South Africa. I remember going into this particular Nations Cup, it gave a lot of chances, to the home-based players, Sunday Uba,
Kenneth Omero, Godfrey
A
Obwabona.
lot of those guys, wouldn't have ever come close to playing for the Spikers of Nigeria.
Gwekwe.
I mean, it took them all. It took a chance in them, and they delivered for him at the Nations Cup in South Africa. So, Austin, obviously, we're going to definitely run out of words, to describe Big Boss and Stephen Keshi. But what we can say for sure is an absolute Nigerian legend. He is an icon. He is a proper, hero, and he will be missed. He will be missed. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we were talking about with Ben last week,
and to South Africa.
Exactly. We're like, okay, what's going to happen with Stephen Keshi? It's time for him to get back in the managerial, business, and only for this to happen today. Very, very tragic.
Sad story. Please keep those tributes coming on Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook, channels Sports. What are your fond memories of Coach Stephen Keshi? The country lost him earlier as of today. Let's go to Benin. Coach, former Super Eagles coach Austin Eguavoin, I think he's on his way to Coach Stephen Keshi's house. He's standing by to talk to us this morning on the program. Good morning, Coach, and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Austin. Delighted to be here.
I know, Coach.
Normally, this is not the ideal time to be here, but what can I say?
What's going on in Benin right now?
It's a quiet environment. Actually, when we spoke earlier, I told you I was going to Keshi's house, but for some reason, I've not left the house because I've been getting calls, more than 100 calls, and I can't really put myself together. But I'm ready to go there now. But be that as it may, it's a sad one. It's a huge loss to the nation. And a matter of fact, to all of us. It's a shocking news that came to me at about 5 a.m. this morning. I didn't believe my eyes. I said, okay, or my ears rather, what I was hearing. I said, let me get to his house and then get further details instead of just speculating. But the truth is, it has happened. It has happened.
Wow, really sad. But let's remember the man, Coach Stephen Keshi. What are your fond memories of the coach?
Well, Keshi is one person that always stands for the truth. He stands for what he believes. And he will always listen to you. But if all you are saying is not in line with what he thinks, he will not agree with you. And that played out when he had a bit of problem with the NFF. But very loving person. Leader to the core. That was why he led his nations to the African Nations Cup on 2 occasions as a player and as a coach. And sadly, he's going to be missed. I'm really, really short of words. I played alongside with him for a very long time. And he was also instrumental for me becoming captain. The national team, when we played against Algeria, the World Cup qualified games in Lagos way back when we spanked Algeria 4-1. And I'm somebody who doesn't forget things. So when we won the African Nations Cup in 1994 for in Tunisia, I remembered all those good times, and I was like, okay, you know what? Keshi, you're on your way out. You go lift the trophy. Let me give you that honor. Nobody instructed me. I knew 2 years later we were strong enough to defend our title. That was my opportunity to lift the cup. But Keshi is going to be seriously missed, but I hope, because he's a legend. As you said, there's no other word to qualify him. And hopefully the whole nation will rise to this and pay their respect as it's supposed to be.
Yeah, very sad indeed. Okay, Coach Austin Aguavoin, you go way back with Stephen Keshi. And I just want us to tell Nigerians the origin of the Big Boss nickname. I mean, what was it like as a player?
Well, when you talk about leadership on the field, yes, that's why we had hope and believe in him. That's why the technical crew then led by Westall had hope and believe in him. When we have a game plan and we're on the field of play, he's the one actually to now remind us of what we have. He represents the coach on the field of play. Maybe not the most technical player, but tactically he was very good. And that's why he rose to stardom. He played at that European level, top club like Anderlecht and all that. And to cap it up, when he did the transition from playing into coaching, he also played out, winning the African Nations Cup as a player, and of course, not too long ago as a coach.
Thank you so much, Coach Austin Aguavoin, for speaking to us on the show. Okay, so that's it. Coach Austin Aguavoin played with Coach Stephen Keshi and also coached the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Keep those tributes coming. Coach Stephen Keshi is gone. Hard to believe, Tayo.
Yeah, it is just shocking.
You need this sort of persons to document the history of football in Nigeria, to tell the upcoming players, look, we did this like this in '94. We did it again in 2013.
Yeah.
It's a shame we've lost such a man.
Exactly. And I remember after not qualifying for the 2015 AFCON, he came out to apologize to Nigerians. He said, they know where they went wrong, they know the mistakes, and they were going to correct it. Unfortunately, it's not going to be around to make the corrections, which is very unfortunate and very sad. And Stephen Keshi, if you ask people that have actually interacted with him, they'll tell you he was a top bloke. I mean, I was telling you earlier before I came on show that Bennett, the BBC, he says, I mean, he was the first to contact me to tell me what a sad loss it is for Nigerian football. I mean, throughout his interactions with Stephen Keshi, he had nothing but good words, about him. So it is a big miss for Nigerian football. There's no doubt about it.
Okay, so we're still mourning the death of Coach Stephen Keshi, former Super Eagles coach, former captain of the Super Eagles. Keep those tributes coming. Twitter, channels _sports, Facebook, channels IFA Sports. Let's cut a quick break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.